Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. This interesting special guy over there is Tyler.
You can see my double chin. Fuck.
Pull your lips back. That's really hot.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome, everybody. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. And actually, for anybody who's watching this right now, the weekend's not over yet. Well, I guess if you're one of the lucky ones who has the day off tomorrow, you get an extra long weekend. So, yay! What are you doing? Anyway, so we have had one hell of an interesting week, and there's a lot of shit going down, a lot of shit I don't agree with. He cannot stop staring at himself, you guys. Like, you can't tell because he looks sideways to you. But he's like staring at himself. Yeah, a little weird. That face, though.
Okay, so of course,
Can't hear you. You're like in one more.
we're on Spotify, Rumble, YouTube. We have social media stuff. Share it with your friends. Tell us how much you like it. Share it.
You know what I don't like? You're throwing shit around for me to clean up later.
Let's get to our first story, Kimberly.
Okay, Tyler.
Which one was this? Which was this the one Trudeau getting honked at?
Yeah. You know, it was just a little funny little video here. So, yeah. Well, seeing as how I had anticipated you watching this beforehand, but you know, let's show everybody, shall we? Show them all.
When was this? When was this
It
recorded?
says that it was 19th of February, but I don't know if it actually was. But let's
this is where he goes to shake their hand and he's like, "Ah."
I don't know how cute this actually is. It'd be great if it was.
No, that's old, but it is still funny that he was sitting next to his friend
Brazil.
China and Winnie the Pooh. No, on the other side was China.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, this guy's white. I like him." That was his move. You could see it. He's like, he looked over. He's like, "Oh fuck, it's Winnie the Pooh. Hey, he's white. He gets me." And then that's be how it do. Can we watch that again? I'll watch it. I don't give a shit.
I know. It's pretty great.
Hello, everyone. Oh my God, it's Xi Jinping. Don't be too serious. Oh my God. He looks so beautiful in that blue tie. Oh my. Oh, is that Biden? No, that's not. No, that's not Biden. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh,
Gina.
I had a boner. Now it's gone. Maybe I could go talk to Xi or Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Honk honk.
Yeah.
All right, so now that that palate cleanser has come through, let's look at some police beating protesters.
Okay, well, before we watch the videos, I don't know who has been paying attention, I guess, to what's been going on in Ottawa, with the Emergency Act being enacted. Well, kind of funny thing is, it wasn't fully enacted because Trudeau had actually canceled that last Parliament meeting. You got to stop making that face. Just stop. Anyway,
Am I distracting you?
yes, I can't even. You can't do this to somebody with ADD. Fuck. Anyway,
Can you on?
no, you can't. Okay, anyway, so with that, like it needed to, I think it was like what, 5 days or something like that, and then they were supposed to vote on it. Well, the day that they were actually supposed to vote on the Emergency Act, he ended up canceling Parliament that day, and he just rolled in the cops. And
Well,
what?
to be fair, so this was a tactic that our glorious leader to the south, Kamala Harris, did with regards to the eviction moratorium, and she went and said, I know it's illegal. Joe Biden, you say that this is illegal. That I know it's not going to stand muster. Good, let's do it anyways, because he knows it's going to take 6 months for it to go through the courts, and that be how it do. All right, let's watch some cops beat people, because that's always fun. Nothing gives me a justice boner like watching a bunch of cuck.
I mean,
All right.
it's it's pretty sad, but okay.
I'm sure it's lovely. It's really cool.
No, you're on the wrong one first.
What?
Yeah, that's the second video. There's 2 of them there.
The old lady, that one. Oh, my. So let's watch this shit show that is Canada. This sweet old lady that's saying unity, peace, and all this shit, and then, Cuckosaurus's offspring. All right, let's listen to this wonderful lady.
This is what we're doing it for. So they all can have peace and love and happiness. Peace, love, happiness.
Amen. Amen.
Peace, love,
Happiness. Peace.
You guys are breaking my heart.
Peace, love, and happiness. And that guy's just started chanting. He fucked it. You blew the gun. What a preemie. He preemied all over that. He did. He tried to start chanting and he fucked it up. Yeah, here we go. Watch the shit. Watch the shit, and you see him go scold. Look at that guy's trying to get out of the way, and he can't.
Oh my goodness! Look what you did! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her! You trampled on the lady who is inaccessible! Shame on you!
Oh, that's...
Shame on every one of you! Shame on you!
All right, I think that's enough. Isn't that incredible? Look at those big, strong... Hey, those big, strong police officers beating up and trampling an old woman. They're the finest. Canada's finest right there. Oh, just amazing work they do.
Video, literally, when I watched it the other day, actually I think it was yesterday, when I seen it, I literally cried. I literally cried. It made me so sad. I literally can't even. The fact that, oh my God, that they had any of this even happened. I can't even fucking think. I was so upset yesterday. You have no idea. Like, it's just, they literally, they trampled this poor old lady in a walker. Okay. So
yeah.
Actually it was like a scooter type thing or whatever. They trampled her.
Mobility scooter.
Yeah. And you see all of a sudden everybody trying to rush to help her. And then all of a sudden the cops come in and push everybody away so they can't even help her. And that made me super upset too. But, and not only that, so they all try to, help her and stuff like that. But then you've seen that there was, I can hear myself coming through your microphone.
Fucking stop talking so loud, you fucking.
I'm going to hurt you.
Hey, look at my couch. That's my couch.
Oh my God. Anyway, but then the Ottawa police had put on their Twitter page that there was somebody who threw a bike at one of the horses, and they were, being animal cruelty towards one of the police animals.
Yeah, that they were spooked. The horses were spooked and it almost fell.
Yeah. But that was their lovely little cover up that they had. It wasn't anybody throwing a bike at a horse. It was literally a horse trampling a lady in a scooter.
Yeah.
But they're going to cover it up how they want to cover it up and spin it how they want to spin it. You know, it was more animal cruelty with the white supremacists and all the other shit. Like, fuck. Sorry, I was trying not to swear there.
Yeah, seems like it. All right, let's look at this other one. The beautiful men and women of law enforcement that felt it necessary to beat a guy with a butt of a gun. Which apparently to veterans, when you do that, you are looking to kill them. So good job. It'll what will happen is the only death that's going to happen is going to be from the people that are protesting. And I'll say, I have no problem with people protesting. I personally, give her, like, what the fuck? I really don't see the issue with it. And I'm just going to keep making faces because that's all I know how to do. Okay. All right. Let's, you ready for this one? Although I will say that guy was trying not to get pulled to the ground. The guy with the brown backpack and the Canadian flag.
Yeah, so they were trying to push him down. Like he's holding onto the thing, trying not to get pushed down.
Yeah, but now they're just going to say, "Oh, you're resisting. How about a? I know what'll make you stop resisting. A fucking concussion. You can't resist that, can you? Watch those cops in the back. Watch them in the back. There you go. 1, 2.
Move back. Please.
Look at. Oh, there's another strike. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to see. I, for one, am looking forward to all of you in the gulags. It's going to be a beautiful time. I'm actually quite embarrassed by this. I never, and I've brought it up before, and I'll bring it up again. Like with when Black Lives Matter was protesting, and they had one of those Antifa fucking douchebags, cum sponges, trying to break up a sidewalk, and they stopped the guy and they handed him over to police. By all means, I will applaud that every single day of the week. I will never turn a blind eye and say, "Oh, well, they're all bad." That right, perfect. It is trying to keep it peaceful, giving the police a reason to, that.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I just so angry. I was so upset yesterday. Like I could not stop watching stuff, trying to find stuff. Like I could not believe that this shit was happening. I was in shock that any of this was even transpiring. And the fact that before the Emergency Act had even been officially enacted, there was already cops that were willing to start going and doing this. Just like the banks. TD Bank was just willing to jump on that bandwagon. It hadn't been formally told that you need to do this, but they jumped on that bandwagon and started freezing people's bank accounts and stuff like that. And that I'm not okay with. Like there's clearly, so many people out there that are just willing to, throw the person under the bus or, just jump on that violent bandwagon to hurt other people because they don't see eye to eye. They don't see their same. I don't fucking know.
Well, there was like and for anyone, there was, and okay, so I have there was a leaked Facebook or not WhatsApp from the officer attending this, and you could see some of the got a beer and then cheers to the crew, some sweet overtime. Don't kick all of them out until next week group gets their turn. Okay, cool. Next one. I think I heard Seth Rogen in the background on Francophone CBC News. They were saying that the one person got arrested for injuring a police service animal, inserting a bike in his path, tripping him up. You can see the horse trip in other views. Thankfully, the rider did not. Very good non-penis fucker email about scheduling and extra duty pay. Just watching that horse video. That is awesome. We should practice that maneuver. Agreed. Put me back on gyro. That's probably what he calls his dildo. Mr. His Sarah. Sarah. Oh, I'm sure. You could see one cop stuffing her fat pig face.
Is that Sarah?
Probably. Oh, and their hashtag hero. Some useless pig stuffing his face. That's incredible to see. And you know what? And I will say, I don't talk like that about all.
There's one more that has I have a second gas mask size medium, never used if anyone doesn't have one, and would require one tomorrow. I'll take it. I'll bring it tomorrow. Thanks. Time for the protesters to hear our jack boots on the ground. Wow, Nixon. Fuck. This is a Kinder Gentler RCMP.
Here?
Oh, Kindler. I can read. Okay, we can give out free hugs and unicorn stickers. Yeah, you should. Oh, do you remember that? Oh my God, there's even more. Hold on. I agree. Very loud down here. I'm signed up. Anyone not signed up, jump on this. Your police officers first and ride members second. Don't cower it away when we're needed. Even one shift can relieve any op members for one night. Hopefully not Monday. I don't want to be stuck 12 hours with you, Nixie. Or Nikki. Yeah, Nixie. You are and you will. Damn, hopefully I'm so the 11th person asking for it. Who got Sunday night? Me too. See you there. Oh, and looks like they need more leg into hand.
Yeah, so you can kind of get the gist of how these at least they're up in a 5-star hotel. So that's cool. And you know what? Most of the time I respect police, and I don't give them grief, but it's interesting to see. So there was a quote from Michael Malice, and it is, so there is no law so heinous that a police officer would not enforce up to and including the murder of children. These seem like the types of officers that are just, you know what? I don't want to be on that side. I don't want to be with the plebs of an officer being hugged.
Yeah, sorry. It was your microphone was cutting out there. The video of an officer being hugged. Continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, hey, let's hug it out. Like, you can lay down your arms, you can join us and all this stuff. And they started hugging one officer Watson or Wilson or something like that.
Something like that.
And then you seen the Gestapo leader behind him give him a reprimand, and then he's like, no, sorry, I can't, because you're the enemy and I need to destroy you.
Well, and you heard the guy in the background too saying no hugs. And it's like, really? Like the one guy was being nice, and not to say that there's a lot of cops that aren't nice. There's a lot of cops that are really nice. But
seeing a concentration of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, this guy, he's just like, okay, whatever, I'll give you a hug. And then everybody else is like, oh, okay, you're giving hugs, I'll take a hug, Like, it was super cute. And then, yeah, you just see the guy else and come up behind him and tap him and kind of say something to him. And then he had to, I'm just like, really? Really? I mean.
All right, so let's get into this last article from CTV News. All right, so it is titled, sell tow truck to pay down cost of policing convoy protests. Ottawa Mayor Jim Cuckasaurus Watson is suggesting that some of the trucks and other vehicles seized by police during a two-day operation to clear out the Freedom Convoy. As of Saturday, police had towed 53 vehicles from the downtown street.
You're not coming through. Start from since Friday.
Saturday?
No, when you started saying since Friday or whatever, you didn't come through.
All right, so a 2-day operation. Okay, occupation. What? Protest and occupation could be used to pay some of the policing costs. As of Saturday, police had towed 53 vehicles from the downtown streets since the movement began Friday to remove them, some of which had been occupying the area for 3 full weeks. So, Mr. Watson says, I've asked our city manager, for instance, how can we take possession of all these trucks that have been towed away? Isn't that incredible? How can we confiscate those and sell those trucks to help pay for some of our costs? I don't think the taxpayers of Ottawa should be paying for this multi-million-dollar bill that we're going to be saddled with because of the irresponsibility and the illegal activities of a bunch of truckers and others who showed little regard to our community and its people. I don't know what was illegal. I don't think anything was actually illegal. So that seems quite unusual that would, but whatever. Government do what government do and whatever. It's really, isn't it?
Yes, it is interesting to see.
Holy fuck you, bitch.
No, you cut out there, so I was just repeating it.
All right, these people
Yes,
have cost.
interesting.
Okay, so well, let me make sure I don't have. Do you have other shit running? I want to make sure that I don't. All right, so these people have cost the taxpayers of Ottawa millions and millions of dollars. That's only police costs. That's counting all the extraordinary costs the city has to absorb. Bylaw, fire, paramedic, public works people, he said. It shouldn't be up to the taxpayers of Ottawa to pay for these extraordinary costs through their property taxes. We should ding those people who have caused chaos. That is fantastic to see. It is incredible. Because I don't think anyone's actually ever has to pay for a protest. It's a publicly funded activity.
I don't remember through the Black Lives Matter when buildings were burning and shit like that and all the vandalism and looting and stuff like that. I don't remember them taking it out of their fucking taxpayers' money or whatever the hell.
Yeah, they just said, oh, well, they have insurance. They can pay for it. So there you go. How about that, Ottawa? You guys have insurance. Just go that route, like everyone else suggests.
You know what I don't understand? I do not understand the fact
equals MC squared. Is it E equals MC squared?
Yeah.
Is that what you don't understand?
Yeah, I totally don't. Anyway, I don't understand how you can literally have big protests and stuff like that where lots of bad happens. Again, vandalism, rioting, looting, people dying, people being murdered, all that other shit. And yet you don't hear, you hear about it, but it's never really, it's not like this. You have something that's a peaceful protest right now, and there's a bunch of people who have been sitting in Ottawa, trying to make their point, and this has turned, it is the biggest deal ever. I want them cut off from everything. I want to take their insurance away. I want to take their vehicles. I want them cut off from healthcare. I want them arrested. I want them. What the hell?
All right, so think about this, Jim Cuckasaurus Watson. What if that $10 million that went to go fund the trucks came to your city? How is that not crazy? Could you imagine that? $10 million literally being bussed into your city could help bolster local economy, could help the people that have suffered with Justin Trudeau's and Doug Ford's stupid idea of locking everything down. What about that? But what I do see, I see they're afraid. So it's one thing to protest, it's one thing to arrest someone. You know what this is? This is simply an act to show how afraid, and they just want you to hurt. When even police are saying that, oh well, even if you leave, we're gonna hunt you down. Even though they're saying, hey, leave. Well, why? You're literally saying, well, we're gonna hunt you down anyway. So what's the point of leaving? I might as well stand and fight, because otherwise you're gonna pick me off alone.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they have like, I guess through Black Lives Matter and Every Child Matters and all that other stuff. I guess it was people fighting for the racism. Yeah, it was it, and all in all, it was like about some sort of racism, right? Like the Black Lives Matter, it was about, the blacks not being treated equal, and through the Every Child Matters thing, that was the residential schools. So again, they were treated not equal, and they were horribly treated. And I'm not diminishing any one of those two things because they were both very bad. My point is that this with the convoy, it is literally in their words, civil disobedience. It is civilians going at the government saying what you did was not right. And it's more of an attack on the government, which is now making freaking Justin Castro there dig his freaking feet in and be like
high heel pumps. This is high heel. But this is the thing. They are scared. They hate seeing the citizenry rise up and speak about something and say what you are doing is wrong. This is them. I'll say it again. They are afraid. They are scared. And that's it. Like that is the biggest thing that I noticed. To call these people white supremacists, where you literally see Muslims, where you see Sikhs, it's incredible. And what are they getting charged with? Mischief. Those big bad white supremacists trying to overthrow the government. I don't remember hearing anything about overthrowing the government, but just keep pushing it. So like CTV, keep pushing it. Like that's the thing. It's Jagmeet Singh, fucking dumb. Sorry, I shouldn't call him dumb, but he's on the spectrum. If you know what I'm saying.
Idiota.
He's saying that they came here to overthrow the government. That's weird because I don't remember hearing that rhetoric ever. They were just saying, and the mandates. We want to go to work. Like literally, people saying, "I just want to go to work. Leave me alone. I just want to go to work." But
Well, and even with the other bullshit that they've been doing to the truckers and stuff like that, there was an article that I had read that was now, or not only, now they're talking about potentially euthanizing the truckers' animals that they have with them. And that made me so upset. Like they're going to, they got arrested, they're going to take their animals, and if they don't come and pick them up within, I think it was like 8 days or something like that, they're going to be euthanized. So depending on how long they keep them in jail and if they can get bail and whatever else, they're literally telling you like they're going to kill your dogs. And the thing is, I know that a lot of this is a quote unquote scare tactic, because honestly, if it was me that was there in my truck and I had my dogs with me, I'd be like, I'm out.
I wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't bring my animals there.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, there are a lot of truckers that are there right now that literally they have nothing left. This is all that they have, is they have their truck, and a lot of truckers, that's their home, right? Like, and think about you. When you're on the road for as long as you're gone for, that is your home when you're not here. So, if they have a pet with them and they don't have a physical home to go home to, what are they going to do?
Well, and so the unfortunate thing that with this Ottawa stuff is it's actually detracting from all the protests that are going around all over Canada. There's, in Winnipeg, there's in Calgary, there's in there's in Vancouver. There are protests everywhere.
Yeah, big ones.
Massive protest. And it's then this unfortunately is overshadowing those.
Yeah.
But they're not giving up, and I the thing is, it's whether the laws are being applied, and that is what we not. They are not being applied equally. You had literally sit-ins in Toronto, in City Hall, for over a month, and they just let them do it. They let them have a sit-in, block people, not let them in, and if anyone approached them, they attacked them. But if if your ideology goes the other way, yeah, shut it down. No, don't let the citizens rise up. Don't let them organize. Don't let them talk. Don't let them communicate. Make them hurt. All right.
No, it's really disgusting to see what has been happening to Canada. Like I said the other day when I saw those videos and was reading about it and stuff like that, I cried. I literally cried. I could not stop crying. It was just the saddest thing, and I could not believe that shit like this was happening in Canada. I could not believe that this is the resort that they decided to take when they could have taken so many other resorts, and they were literally you have the Conservative Party and others that were literally fighting the Liberals for a week, telling them what you're doing is wrong. Even longer than that, it's been weeks since the actual convoy had started. People have been trying to get through to them and make them, just listen to the people, listen to what they're saying, and he just won't. And the fact that it has gone to the extremes that it has gone to, it literally breaks my heart. It makes me so sad. And when this whole convoy had started, I cried again. But it was tears of joy. I was so happy to see all these people coming together in the unity, and I felt proud to be Canadian again. And now we are literally, you look at almost every news station except for the ones that, our government is fucking paying to spin their version of what they would like. But all over the world, everybody is calling our prime minister a tyrant, and what he's doing is completely unacceptable. Like, it is. There are places we've talked about in other podcasts like Australia, where there was a lot of shit going down in Australia, and we could not believe that this was happening there.
Well, and to be fair, it's Australia went into like massive lockdowns, and everyone like they were like the butt of all jokes, and now Canada's like, yo, Australia, hold my beer.
Right? I was literally watching Australian news, and they were talking about Canada, and I'm like, oh fuck, is tides turned? Like
China has criticized, and you know what, like. When China can say, "Oh well, look at what you do to your own citizens," like you violate their rights, you do all this type of stuff, but they will, and if anyone calls them out, they'll say, "You know what? Just shut up. You don't have a position to say anything." You have literally Iran. You had Iran calling out Canada, and mind you, these are economic adversaries, but it's incredible to see. Like Canada has become the laughing joke of the entire world. So your World Economic Forum, Justin Trudeau, that you so badly want, that you wish that Canada was a communist country, it kind of looks bad. It looks really bad.
100% it does. I mean, when you literally have other people saying like, dude, he's going too far. This is a peaceful protest. There has literally been thousands upon thousands of people that have been in Ottawa part of this protest. Thousands upon thousands, okay? Have we seen any videos that have watched people get beaten, attacked, any sort of violence, any sort of looting, any sort of vandalism, fires, other than, for cooking their food? But anything on those levels? No. And literally, I have been watching every different type of news channel. So the kind that I agree with, the
Chinese.
kind I don't agree with. I've been reading all the articles. I've been watching live feeds. Seen nothing. I have seen more violence and people being hurt as soon as the cops came in than 3 weeks of thousands upon thousands of people.
But Kim, they possibly harass someone. They force businesses to shut down, even though that's completely fucking false.
The governments told them to shut down because they thought it was going to be a concern. They told them to shut down, and that is even from the horse's mouth. So if anybody wants to actually listen to those, I call them debates, but those things at the parliament where they're talking and shit like that.
It's question period.
Question period, whatever. He literally said out of the horse's mouth himself that he had the businesses shut down because it was a safety concern, and the businesses will be fully compensated.
Yeah, $20 million. Yeah, our tax dollars are now going to fund, they told them to shut down, and now they're real bugging.
Well, yeah, but now we're going to get punished because, we're going to be punished for the people who actually supported it, because, you wanted this, then you supported it, and then the people who didn't want it, they're going to be taxed from it and penalized for it as well, and then it's just going to make them even more angry because that seems to be the only thing our government knows how to do lately is tear everybody apart and make this big, huge division between everybody.
TD, you done fucked up. I shut down every single one of my accounts. Corporate accounts, everything. I shut down all of my accounts. So, that's the line that you decided to play on. With the fucking pronouns in your names, like, okay, that's the game you're playing. It's identity politics, where you see that they're now suggesting that if you supported Trumpism, I don't know what Trumpism is, that they're gonna come after you. If you possibly even donated, they're looking at coming after those people. So, and I said flat out, we supported them. We donated to it. I donated to the protests in Ottawa. I didn't donate to the blockades because I don't agree with the blockade.
Correct.
But
we did to the ones in Ottawa twice. Because the first ones, GoFundMe, they can suck a dick.
Go cuck me.
Yeah. Go fuck me. Yeah. They decided to shut it down. So we said, okay, fuck you. Now we're going to send money through Givesendgo, and we more than doubled what we did the first time. So, fuck you.
Yeah, and it's funny seeing all the leaked donor files. Like, this is actually it's public information. You can just see it. Okay, cool. So you're just gonna publish it, and then CBC was phoning people saying, "Why did you donate?" and all that. They were asking all these like intimidating questions. And
didn't you call CBC and was like, "Yo, I donated. Want to talk?"
No, I posted. I added them on Twitter.
Right,
I said, "Hey, I donated. Let's have a conversation."
Yeah.
But but this is the thing. You see, this is literally what like I am a worker. I am a small business. Well, we are a small business, and it's literally what the Liberal Party, what the NDP should be supporting. They should be supporting that. But Jagmeet Singh, who's he a governor on? The World Economic Forum. Justin Trudeau does. Christy, whatever fucking Nazi chick there, whatever her stupid name is. Care.
That
Chrystia Freeland or whatever. She's on the World Economic Forum too. She's a governor. So is that not a conflict of interest where your country is literally fighting against you?
Yeah.
Just call me crazy. But all right. Anything else? Should we get the fuck out of here? Not sponsored, by the way. We're not can't.
So good though.
All right. If there's nothing like I'll just say people, you have to keep your hopes up. Yeah, you have to think that tomorrow will be a better day, and you have to keep holding your government to account, because what you are seeing in is that they are not They are actively saying that we will hunt you down. That's what's going to happen here. And that is not a Canada that I wish to be a part of, where the government says that if you talk back against us, we will hunt you down. We will remove your ability for a living, to support, to have any type of, you're depersoned, you're debanked. And I think that's a terrible road to go down. And I'll say this to anyone that, so whether you support the truckers or not, the protest, put the shoe on the other foot. Think of it, if it is not being applied, what you are being forced to do is something you fundamentally say, I will not do that. That is really what you have to think about. And I think that's where people, really get it. Where I don't really think that they understand that, hey, in a free and democratic society, people will protest. I have to keep bringing it up because it was such a focal point for where all of this started was, the BLM protest, the George Floyd stupid fucking bullshit. But you can see how the government and the media lied, pushed a story, inflamed things, mostly peaceful. There was literally a guy standing behind burning buildings and said, well, it's a fiery but peaceful protest. Fiery but peaceful. Can you believe that? You are literally being lied to. You literally have them saying, they're gaslighting you.
Fiery but peaceful. I don't even think those two sentences belong, or two words belong in the same sentence together.
See, but that's the thing. If you support it on one side and you don't support it on the other, well, then you're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite by definition. So I don't know. I really think people need to understand that, people can protest, people can be loud. Being loud isn't a crime. Saying to someone, hey, you don't have to wear your mask, isn't harassment. It isn't going to kill you. Incredible that experts are coming out and saying, oh, but because of the protest, people are having trauma. It could have long damaging effects.
Oh, yeah? What about the last 2 fucking years?
Yeah. I really should just pull up this information. We'll look at doing it for the next episode, but the actual statistics of people that have, the abuses that have gone up across suicide, spousal abuse, divorce rates are up, developmentally children are behind. Everything that shows the decay of a country. Everything is falling apart, and people are saying, but the trucks were so loud. They make noises. Like, are you that much of a pussy?
I think so.
Like, that is literally all. Every time I see a thing on Twitter and someone says, well, they were so loud. Oh, I'm sure it was quieter than what it normally was like in a downtown city with police sirens and ambulances and everything. Some drunk hobo taking a piss in your face or whatever they do, trying to stiff you for money, or I don't know what the fuck hobos do. I don't interact
They definitely piss in people's faces. I mean, I haven't seen a hobo not do that. They just spray it upwards, Yeah.
Women too.
The thing they use one of those shiwis. They just right in the face. Yeah.
Okay.
How they do.
I'm sure it was actually safe during that time, but they're in my neighborhood and they're loud. They're having fun and I'm scared to go outside. Big police, man, you big strong. Please save me.
Well, and the funny thing is that you had, like, if you actually watch the news at all, even on the stations that are funded by the government, like Communist
CBC,
Broadcast
CTV.
Corporation, yeah,
CBC, CTV, Global.
they're literally like pushing the cops, like, or the chiefs, like, oh, so have there been violence? Has there been a bunch of stuff going on? Has there been this? Has there been that? Has there been whatever? And no, it's been quite peaceful, actually. Oh.
That's what I find incredible. Any instances of violence? Has someone jaywalked? Has someone violated a local noise ordinance? like some bylaw. Like they had to have violated something. Parking violations. That's about it. That's some bylaw officer writes a fucking ticket on their vehicle. Come on.
Give me the juice, man.
Anything. Come on. Did someone spit on the ground? Like someone leave garbage? Like come on, they had to have done something bad. And
Oddly enough, there have even been reports that the streets have been cleaner since the protesters have been there than they ever have been. Interesting.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like the police chief at the time was, there's nothing, like it's been very peaceful. They've been very, very respectful, a little loud, but that's the breaks, kids.
That's your breaking news. And even like, okay, so there have been things that had come out, and we talked about it in a previous podcast about Pat King and some of the stuff that
he's an idiot.
Previously said, and he is one of the organizers. So I'm going to agree with that. Some of the shit that he has that has come out of his mouth, no bueno, not good. However, the one of the good things that have come out of his mouth is when somebody, I can't remember what news thing it was that I was listening to, but it was one of those, government leaning ones or whatever, but they had asked him, because they had an interview with Pat King on it, and they had asked him, like, with the cops and stuff coming in, there going to be any violence? Are you guys going to be like fighting back and stuff like that? And he straight up was like, no, everybody is told, we are not using violence. We refuse to use violence. We're not going anywhere. There's been a lot of truckers who have moved their vehicles. Does not mean that they stop protesting. So they've moved their vehicles to an undisclosed location, a place where they're going to be safe, and they have gone there by foot, and they have protested that way. So, I mean, but the thing is, it's even with somebody like Pat King, who's had a big mouth and have said dumb shit, even he is telling people, no, we are not going to resort to violence. This is going to be peaceful. We refuse to do any of that. And even when you see, like, when you watch those videos of the cops going at people, and even after they trampled that woman and they were beating that other person, you did not see people lash out at those police officers. They were yelling at them 100%. I would be yelling at them too. But not one of them decided to all of a sudden start beating on a cop, or you know what I mean? Like, none of that happened. They stayed peaceful, angry, but peaceful.
Yeah. And it's that, like I was saying, that shows great restraint. That shows the messaging of being peaceful. We are not being violent. You leave it better than when you found it. And it seems like they've done that until cops came in and said, nope, shut this down. And then you have, stuff being forced to be left behind. But all right, let's get out of here.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for taking your time and hanging out with us. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And if you have the day off today, which is Monday, enjoy it. Spend it with your family, your friends. Love one another. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Share us with the world. And you can check us out on everywhere that's in the description box below. YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Twitter, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. It's all in the description box. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye.
One last quick thing before we sign off. To any of those officers, if you happen to be watching, think of having to go home to tell your friends, to tell your family, to tell them actually what you did. Actually, when you see your other brothers and sisters in blue and green trampling an old woman, shooting tear gas canisters at people, not to disperse people, literally to shoot it at them. Would you be proud to tell your son, your daughter, that that's what you decided to do? That was your way of upholding a sworn oath that you took? I really hope that you think long and hard, Because if you think that what is actually happening is justified, I'm quite worried that what you've decided to do, your own morals and your own ethics, could you look those people in the eye? I don't think you could. If you actually had a heart, if you actually had morals, actually had ethics.
Well, I mean, those cops on that WhatsApp thing apparently found it a big fucking joke.
All right, let's get out of here.